All right, welcome to another hiking edition of the Eclectic Fox. It is August the 2nd, 2017. We're in Colorado, in Eldorado Canyon, getting ready to do the Eldorado Canyon Trail. It's a moderate trail. First time I've ever been on it, so I'm not quite sure what to expect, but not too terribly difficult, I wouldn't think. Less than 1,000 feet elevation gain. It's about 8.5 mile round trip, goes out to the Walker Ranch and back. We've got Lisa joining us, my brother Todd. You might remember Todd from a previous podcast with his comics, Elfish Comics. He's joining us on the hike today, as well as Mom and George, and we're about to go, so let's do this thing. Okay, this is the beginning of the trailhead. We're not going to do the loop. We're gonna go up here to this Ethel Harold trailhead, and then we'll come back. We're starting in right here. Looks like you can loop around if you want the entire Walker Ranch. I think we're going to just not do that today, but we'll have a good hike anyway. Here we go. All right, the first part of this trail is, well, you know, really maintained, but you would expect that from Eldorado Canyon. There's a lot of people that come and visit, and so it's a very well maintained trail. Pretty easy. They even have, so when you ascend, you have, as you can see, the wooden beams tacked as stairs, and to keep the dirt in place. Windy day, but that's good. It'll keep us cool. Well, at 3/10 of a mile in, we've ascended just under 200 feet. So some nice stairs. So far it's not the best view yet, but that I'm guessing that's going to happen later. This is also not a hike you're going to take if you want altitude. We're not going to go above timberline. We will mainly just be seeing everything below timberline and doing just a nice distance trail, seeing what we can see along the way. And way up there, that's actually railroad tracks, and we have hiked up there last year. We hiked up to the Crags Hotel, and which is kind of over in that direction a little bit. And then when you do the Crags, you can actually hike up to the railroad tracks up there, and you're not supposed to be on the tracks. Everybody does it, and there's a couple of tunnels up there. It's just it's a lot of fun to just see what's in this nice little park. Eldorado Canyon State Park. Nice area to come and fish, to picnic, a lot of trails, and you also see a lot of people that do mountain climbing. It's a good place to practice for beginners, as well as people who just want to do a nice climb for the day. Okay, we're about a half a mile in. We've ascended 330 feet. We are at 6,413 feet. You can kind of see where we came from. That's the ranger station down there, and our car's parked down there. That's where we had picnic lunch before we started. We've been doing a steady incline up until now, so it looks like it'll level off a little bit, but we still have a ways to go. Everybody's doing okay at this point. They even have nice little benches here to sit on should you need a rest. There's a lot of switchbacks we're on right now, but for the most part, once you round a corner, the corner is where the incline is, and then you get a fairly good straightaway, so it's not too bad. You can see we're going to be doing some more switchbacks up where the fence posts are. There's some people going across now. but it's just at the corners that you seem to gain altitude and then you level out for a little bit. So again, so far I don't see it to be anything too strenuous that a family couldn't go on. And it looks like here they're getting ready to maybe carve a little different path of the trail, maybe put in some wooden reinforced staircases. Looks like it's a work in progress, and it looks like they've maybe had one here before, and they're getting ready to maybe build some new, put some replacement in, or they have started the project and then they kind of ended right here, because I can see where they've been kind of picking into the grass, into the stone. So they'll just go right up here around this bend. So that'll be nice. Always working to improve the trail. And as you can see, it will really be helpful, as this is some pretty steep rocky stair footings right here. All right, we are at the Rincon Wall, where if you continue up this way, you go to technical rock climbing. That means rock climbing with the ropes. That's not where we're going, although I think that would be a lot of fun. We're going to continue on to the trail and continue on to the Walker Ranch area. Waiting for some people to catch up. Okay, we're just shy of a mile and a quarter in. 1.19 miles is how far we have hiked. Off in the distance there, I don't know if you can see it, but it's the Continental Divide. We are at 6,770 feet. So far, again, just a lot of switchbacks so far on this hike, but they're not too terribly difficult. We're able to manage them fairly easy. So we're just stopping to get some pictures. All right, we just crossed a peak, and we are now going down, which means that we'll be coming back up on our return. So the going is a little quicker at this point, although when you come to stuff like this, you do have a tendency to slow down a little bit as you search for the easiest route down, so it's not so hard on your knees either. Going down can sometimes be, I know I've said this before, but it can sometimes be just as difficult as going up, or more difficult than going up, because of the shock on your knees as you're coming down. I always like when we're on hikes, we see great big boulders like this that have fallen from much higher up. And we have a couple, I'll give a turn here. Several that have fallen here. One landed on top of the other one. I always wondered what it was like to actually be here when they fell and slid down this far. And even the tree has bowed around it. It's a big rock. Maybe just to give you an idea of the trail a little bit without any narration. I hear some thunder, so we could get an afternoon rain shower. Out over there is the railroad tracks. Well, we've hiked, let's see here, 2.5 miles, and so it was about 4.25 miles to the trailhead, which is where we're going. Yeah. We weren't going to do the loop, we were just going to go to that other trailhead and then back. Okay. So it's about it's a little less than 2 miles to go yet.
Cool. Okay. We'll go this way. Cool. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Thank you.
Yeah, we may not want to go a whole lot further. I don't know. We could get rain. Just keeping an eye on the weather as we go. Trying to make some decisions. It's typical in Colorado to get an afternoon thunderstorm though. We're about 3 miles in. You can see the Continental Divide off in the distance there. I hear a lot of thunder, a lot of clouds. Hopefully it'll blow around us.
I normally hike this on Climbing Peak. I don't get it.
So we're on switchbacks now going down toward Walker Ranch, which makes for easy descent, but we have to turn around once we get down there. We're a little over 3.4 miles in, according to my trusty Garmin watch. Every now and then I'm feeling a raindrop. It's a nice, pretty trail. Although we haven't seen any streams or creeks, so I doubt that there are any on this trail. Gonna be fun coming back up. Okay, here we are at Walker Ranch, 3.5 miles in. we are here according to this sign, and we can do the loop around, which would be another 6 something miles, 7.6 miles, 7.6 miles. Not really wanting to do that, at least not today. So we may just turn around and go back. We were thinking about maybe going to the Ethel Harold trailhead, but that's I think that's another mile, 3/4 of a mile that way, and it's almost 4 o'clock, so I think we'll probably just turn around and go back.
Can you drive up to that trailhead?
Yeah, it's a trailhead.
For his walkie's dead.
I can call him. I don't know if it'd be worth it or not. The trail in wasn't that bad.
No, it's up to you.
I'm gonna walk down there and just
All right, I think it's just a gate.
off to the right.
Probably a gate walking.
Sounds like water.
Well, the river's down there, yes.
Stops right there.
And I'm sure if we had a little raft, we could ride these rapids back to the car. It'd be a whole lot faster than the way we came. Lisa's starting the loop, but she's not going to go very far. We got here we go, trying to come down. Very rocky and steep, and we'll start back. All right, we're on our way out, and so all that descent that we had enjoyed as we were going down to Walker Ranch, we now have to climb back up to go out. However, on the other side, oh joy, all those switchbacks that we came up will be going down. So we'll have to come back and do this loop, 7 point something miles, and we'll put in at a different trailhead so we don't have to hike 3.5 miles in just to get to the loop. All right, coming down. We reached the peak. We're coming back down now. Still got a ways to go, maybe 2 miles. It's cleared off, and you can feel that sun. Got a new trail boss. Todd's leading the way.
Got tired of waiting.
I'm gonna have to write a letter to Mr. Walker, or who owns Walker Ranch, and say, you know, they should let us cut through on the way back. That's something down there. That could definitely be him. Yep. All right, you're always sure to see wildlife on the trail. Let's see. There's a snake. There he goes. I don't know that I've ever seen a snake on the trail before.
I've never seen any snakes Indian hiking.
And the sun is setting in the west. We're coming out. We're on the final set of switchbacks as we descend. There'll be no more inclines, all declining from here, descending. So we'll have to take these a little slow, give our knees a break. And we won't be too far away from the car. I can see the parking lot down there. See if I'll aim the camera down there. That's the parking lot. Ranger station. We're about there. And we're making the last turn from where we started. It was a nice afternoon, a very nice hike. I think we're going to go back and do the loop around Walker Ranch, but we'll do that from a different trailhead. That way you don't have to hike 3.5 miles in before you even begin the loop. I think that will be best, and I'm anxious to show it to you, because some of the things that we previewed when we were up there I think look really, really good. Just making sure we have all the hikers. We got a little spread out toward the end. Want to make sure everybody's doing okay. Want to make sure I see him coming around the corner here. And I do. I see him in the trees. We're coming out. Oop. That's the car. Thanks for a great hike. Live life, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.